That is Fresno State Bulldogs to the NIT Promised Land by winning the championship. 1996, a year everyone in Fresno is hoping to remember. Jerry Tarkanian now in charge and looking to take a big bite out of the Big Apple.
Well, you know, Madison Square Garden, for someone my age or somebody growing up during my time, was it. You know, everybody dreams about playing in the Garden.
Well, they need more bodies. This is a great opportunity for us. And, I'm really pumped for it. I hope the guys are. I'm just ready to go.
I remember the same feeling a few years ago when we were in the NIT and we're in the quarterfinals just like this. And there's just one big difference, and that's this place right here. And it gives us a lot of confidence, and I'm looking forward to the chance to work to get there.
Standing in the way, Danny Nee and his Nebraska Cornhuskers. It's been a rough ride, but after losing 9 straight, this team is playing its best ball at the right time.
But we're living in the present. We understand we've won 3 out of our last 4. We beat a quality Colorado State team, a good Washington State team, and now we're challenged with Fresno State. We just wish this game was in Lincoln, Nebraska.
I think we've turned our focus to another direction, and we're playing a lot better basketball.
The winner goes to New York, a place the Bulldogs felt right at home 13 years ago. Will history repeat?
The National Invitation Tournament quarterfinals brought to you tonight by KC24 and these proud Bulldog supporters. Valley-Wide Bank, Central Valley Toyota, Juan Arambula for supervisor, a change worth making, California Laser Center, Big Garden Village, and St. Agnes Medical Center.
And you're looking live at a sold-out Selland Arena in downtown Fresno. It's Nebraska and Fresno State, the winner to New York. It's the quarterfinals of the NIT. Hi, everyone. I'm Warren Winnick alongside Dan Bawanami and Mike Hill. And Dan, this is March Madness.
Yeah, it really is, Warren. What you've got here is a crowd that's worth maybe 7 or 8 points, and I think they're going to need every bit of it. Good Nebraska team. Fresno State will need an A game if they're going to win tonight.
Well, here's my A sidekick. What do you think?
It's going to be awesome. I'm just excited to be here, baby. Let's get it on.
All right, we're all excited. Hope you are as well. We'll have the keys to success coming up next. You know, you see the crowd. It is packed, Dan. This should be a great one. Dan, what are the keys to the game for Fresno?
Well, for Fresno State, they need guard play, and that's Dominic Young, Kendrick Brooks in the backcourt, Gray coming in and controlling, and let's get some scoring inside. When Curry can score around the goal, they're in good shape. Rasan has played well, so they need points in the paint. Here's the big thing. Limit the turnovers. Control the ball. Tempo of the game important. Dominic Young has to take care of it, and rebounding a key. Step up and rebound the ball. Only give the Cornhuskers 1 shot.
And for Nebraska, it is life on the run. This team just loves the transition. Adjusting to the Bulldog defense, certainly Tark's strength, and those Huskers down low. Bernard Garner, 6'7" bruiser, Mikey Moore, the 6'11" center, and of course composure. This team can be rattled. They average 17 turnovers a game. They need to relax. We'll have it all, including the starting lineups, coming up next. Let's check out the starting lineups of the Fresno State Bulldogs. At guard, it's Dominic Young. At another guard, Kendrick Brooks. Kendrick is so tough. They're going to need a big game from him. Also at guard, James Gray. Gumby, the 6'3" out of Inglewood, California. Up front, we got Carice Stanley and, of course, Rasan Smith. On the other side for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Let's check out the Nebraska Cornhuskers starting lineups. We got Teron Liu. And I'll tell you, Dan, this guy can flat out play. Jerron Boone, also a tough guard, 6'6", a little big. Eric Strickland may be the toughest matchup for Kendrick Brooks. Bernard Garner, this guy was the Junior College Player of the Year. And Mikey Moore, he may not look like a whole lot. He looks like a string bean, but this guy can certainly play. He bangs the elbows. Danny Nee, you're looking at the head coach of the Nebraska Cornhuskers, and we are getting set. Are you excited?
Yeah, I really am. I think a very big game, obviously, for both teams. Danny felt if the game were in Lincoln, he'd certainly feel a lot better about it and not too worried. But Jerry Tarkanian what a job he has done with this. This is a transformed team from where they were earlier in the year to where they sit right now. And of course, Coach Tarkanian and his staff have really done a remarkable effort. And there you take a look at Dominic Young. And of course, since Dominic has come into the lineup, Warren, a completely different team. He's had quite a year.
They will need a big game from Dominic. They will need a big game from Kendrick. If the guards neutralize, the big guys up front from Nebraska should be able to control. This one's about to begin, and it has. Nebraska in control, and the little guard, Lou. Hold on. Is Rasan all right?
Well, what an unfortunate situation for Rasan Smith and the Fresno State Bulldogs. On the initial jump, he just came down incorrectly, twisted his ankle, lay in the center of the court, and what a way to start for the Dogs.
Goodness.
And it does not look very good.
All right, let's check out exactly what happened. Here's Rasan going up. Tough on that angle, but looks like a twist. Obviously, Ed Guerrero will work with him and hopefully get him back a little later, but that does not look good. And obviously, emotionally, how do you overcome that right away?
Well, what it means is a guy like Darnell Stamps, who's coming into the game right now, you know, this is a big situation for he and, of course, Jerry Tarkanian and his coaching staff. Can you overcome it remains to be seen, but Stamps has to be pumped. And the fact that he knows now he has to come in and start playing some defense, and he's a pivotal player in this game.
Nebraska in the away red, working with the ball. Strickland inside, Mikey Moore. It's stripped by Dominic. Dominic on the run. The Bulldogs love to run. Darnell Stamps, he's the guy that was just inserted. There's Curry. Not quite. This team loves the transition. Settling down is not easy at the start of any game.
No, it's not. And what we thought.
Dominic! Bottoms were down! They needed that.
What we thought we'd get in this game was an up-tempo type effort, and both teams really letting it go early. Good start for Fresno State. Really confident jumper for Dominic Young.
Dominic certainly needs to get involved immediately.
Well, he's a guy that normally does, Warren. I mean, Dominic Young, somebody that can definitely score. Nice inbound play and a score right back at you. In that type of situation, very important if you're playing defense to have vision on the ball and vision on your man. And that time, Curry lost the ball. He didn't really see it looking at his guy, but had no vision on where the ball was coming inbound.
All right, Fresno State up 3-2. Garner rattles out. So Dom and the Bulldogs on the run again. Here's Dom through traffic. Lou got the foul. Well, I don't know if they're booing or saying Lou.
Well, with Rasan out of this game, and it looked like he's got some problems. Now it puts extra pressure also that Curry Stamps.
He pulls the trigger. Bottoms for Dominic Young. They need a huge game, and he is answering the call early. This should be a great matchup. We've watched him in practice. This guy almost as quick as Dominic. We're talking about Lewin. There's Dominic. He's been relentless. Reaching in. So Dominic creating some early problems for the guards.
Well, Danny Nee said before the ball game, he felt that Dominic Young was really a pivotal player for him to control, and so far he hasn't been able to do it. Young with the 2 threes, with the steals, and has really done a nice job.
And on the flip side, Teron Lou is a pivotal player for Nebraska, and for him to have 2 quick fouls, very difficult. Gumby on the point. No. Kendrick. This guy has so much hustle. I mean, so much tenacity on defense and offense.
Oh, what you have to love about Kendrick, even if he's not scoring, he's still a guy that plays very good defense. I think what Dominic Young's going to do against Lou, is to go ahead and use his dribble, try to pick up that 3rd foul. See if he can move.
He's playing with him. He's pulling it. A little off this time. The dangerous thing about this team is that they have 3 very large guards, except for Lou. That crowd's starting to create problems.
Well, we were talking before. The other thing that Nebraska does consistently is turn the ball over. And if they average 17 turnovers a game, tonight they've already had 3. Now, if they go for 25 turnovers, obviously they're going to have a big problem winning this game. But good pressure by
KB and G. There's Dom again. Oh, my! Oh, my!
Boy, are you kidding me? Dominic just beat Dominic.
Oh. He is so clutch. What's amazing is he takes shots that coaches don't like you to, but somehow he always makes it.
Yeah, he sure does. I mean, he doesn't always make it, but he's been pretty consistent.
Enough.
Another steal. Give it up. Whoa, how about that one?
Oh! Mikey Moore grabbing it. They're going to start it the other way. Nebraska needs to start something now. 9-2 the score. Fresno State really have been in control the entire ride.
See, here's where they have to attack with Fresno Smith out of the game. Go inside.
Garner's a big boy. Junior College Player of the Year last year. Oh, staying with Nebraska. Dan, do you like, in spite of what happened with Hassan early, the fact that Fresno State has a 7-point lead? They're playing fairly well.
Well, they're shooting it well from the outside. Here's the problem, though. You can't rely just on the 3-point goal. I mean, so you have to go inside occasionally.
Oh, Strickland. That guy can stroke it, too.
Yeah, I'd like to see Fresno State get into their offense and put the ball down low. Let one of their big guys touch it. Get it to Curry. They're relying a lot.
KB looking for the foul, but not quite. 9-5, Fresno State in front. 16:44 to go in the first half. So far, Fresno has kind of controlled this one. Mikey Moore, the little spin move, the little half hook. He doesn't have a lot of meat on him, but that guy can play. Looking inside, Gumby. James Gray is so dangerous inside. I think playing on the playgrounds in LA, that's really what he does best.
Well, he really does a nice job of controlling the ball, but watch him this time run the baseline, and this is what you call just keeping position and good motion around the goal to able to get it up and get it in. So Gray, very adept around the basket, made a nice effort in the score, and now gets a chance for a 3-point play.
It rattles it. So it's a 12-7 game. Bulldogs in front and Lou in charge. But Dominic has given this guy fits all day. Look at that defense. And there it is. It creates problems again. They're going to run it. Look up. That was before the shot.
On number 10,
so that's Lou. That's Lou's third. That's Lou's third. You know, we keep talking about the crowd, but the fact is, Dan, I think Dominic is creating a lot of problems for his counterpart, Mr. Lou.
I think he's, so far he has with 3 threes, and he's forced Lou into 3 foul situations. So
3 steals, 3 threes. He's having a pretty good game so far. Curry. Oh, most improved player this year for Fresno State. Oh, beautiful steal. We wondered about their defense against a team that can freelance like this, but they have been terrific. Staying the same way.
Well, I thought the crowd was worth 6, 7 points, and maybe worth 10. I mean, the crowd's been unbelievable.
14-7 your score. The crowd is going nuts. You're watching the NIT quarterfinals on KC24. Welcome back to Sillen Arena. 14-7, the Bulldogs in front, 14-7. And then some good news that Rasan Smith, we understand the trainers just checked him out, only a sprain and he'll be able to return.
Yeah, that is real good news. It's going to take some pressure off of Stanley and Stamps. Dominic, as you said, got off to a fabulous start, making the 3 threes from the outside. He's got some steals and has really controlled this game. And Tyrone Lue has the 3 fouls, so he's out of the game. And obviously, that's going to hurt Nebraska. So Fresno State playing well, just have to keep the pressure on.
Dominic, the hot guy, inbounces. Oh, KB! That's your top 2 3-point combo in the country, and showing why.
You know, it's amazing. We were looking at the stats. Fresno's attempted over 700 threes this year. Think about that. 700 of them.
Eric Strickland kicks it out. In trouble. There's Gumby.
Might as well finish.
Why not? Why not? You know, James Gray does so many things well. When it's a broken play, there's no one that finishes better.
I think Dominic could really get into Wolves. Lou out of the ball game. Look for Dominic, really put some pressure on now in the backcourt.
Nebraska seems rattled at this point. Obviously, the crowd has something to do with it. Yet at the same time, it's something within the character of this team. They average 17 turnovers a game.
And as Danny Neese said before the ball game, if we don't take care of the ball, we're finished. And certainly Jerry has to be happy with what he's seen so far. I mean, the intensity level has been unbelievable for the Dogs. I mean, Nebraska, 7 turnovers, and more importantly, Fresno State has not turned the ball over. They're really taking care of it.
Absolutely. And one of the reasons is the man that is running the show.
Now put it inside. If Korea's open, Orrin, I think they have to throw the ball. Let the big guy touch it. Put some touches on the ball and get your offense going. Probably it looked like a moving screen on Corey Stanley.
Yeah. He's so big, he sometimes forgets how big he is.
Well, Rashawn Smith's going to come back in, so that's...
Oh, in a hurry. Maybe he was just doing that for dramatic effect. 1970 revisited at Madison Square Garden, Willis Reed.
Yeah, but Willis was limping quite a bit when he came back. I think Rashawn...
Well, he wasn't quite running. There was a little bit of a hop to his step, though, yeah. Nebraska just trying to find something that works. Drawing the foul.
Bulldogs foul on number 42, Jerry Stanley. His third, 14.
Oh, here's the penetration and the move down the middle. And you see, look like Stanley coming over with the foul. Are they going to get Curry, or are they? It is Curry. Now they got him with 3. I only had him with 2, so that's where the controversy. I know there was a moving screen in this particular play here.
Yeah, I don't remember the other foul, and I don't think Tark remembers the other foul either.
Well, regardless.
Yeah, it's still a foul that counts.
For Jerry Stanley.
So Curry only makes it a little over 5 minutes of the first half. Played well, but now with the 3 fouls, will sit the remainder of the half.
The important thing is, though, he really held things together while Rashawn was able to come back. Benson Hamilton looking to convert on the second. He does. 19-9 right now the score. Fresno State in charge. And as we've talked about, it's been the power of Dominic Young, the quickness of Dominic. And maybe the experience, because Lou was a freshman. Rashawn inside. We knew that was going to be a tough matchup with Mikey. Letting him play on that one.
Now both teams coming out man-to-man. Both teams trying to play hard. On it. There's a nice pass in.
Oh.
You know, Orrin, the problem is that Nebraska's just not finishing. I mean, they're getting pretty good looks at the goal, but they're not taking advantage of it. You got to go ahead and finish those plays. You don't get extra chances, especially on the road.
Especially when you're a big boy like Bernard Garner. Oh, Dominic intercepting.
Give it up.
Is he going to take it? No. Big Mac. Yes, and the foul. Fresno State just having their way. They're showing poise. They're showing that they are a tournament team right now.
It's the Dominic Young show, and as you pointed out, he's making plays, and when the ball is in the open court, Dominic makes the simple bounce pass, and guys know to fill the lane because they will be rewarded as he picks up the steal. Dominic with his head up. Now he knows McCullough's on the left-hand side because he's a left-hander and able to get it in stride and make an easy finish. 22-9, Fresno State on top over your Nebraska Cornhuskers.
13:40 to go in the first half. Vincent Hamilton can't buy anything.
Well, you see Danny Neorn has switched the lineup. I mean, he's put different guys in there. I mean, he feels he's in trouble, obviously, looking for combinations. He's taking Strickland out of the game. He's taking his main players out of this ball game, looking for some help.
Nothing has worked thus far. Vincent Hamilton, nice little move.
Basket by Vincent Hamilton.
Well, Hamilton's fair. I mean, he's impressive. Only a freshman, 6'8", 6'9".
Oh, yeah. And not quite. But he gets the kiss. But he gets the foul, so that's okay, too.
Now, we were talking, too, earlier that the free throw shooting is very important to Fresno State. They're a team that shoots their free throws well at the end of the game. But as Danny Nee said, let's hope they don't shoot their free throws real good during the midpoint of the game, because we're going to foul them. Yeah, we're going to put them to the line, and we're going to test you.
You got to like someone that's honest up front. We're going to foul you.
Well, with Tyrone Lue out of the game, I mean, he's the point guard for Nebraska. I mean, he's a guy that has control of offense, Orrin, and it's going to really put Nebraska in a deep, deep hole with him out.
Now, Tom Wald, who's controlling the show right now, they bring him in a lot, though. He's seen a lot of time. In fact, has won some games down the stretch. Jerron Boone, tough player, 6'6". He's got some height for a guard.
Jerron just has to keep a little bit more control of himself and not step on the end line.
Turnovers the story, though.
9 turnovers already. 9 turnovers. We only played about 7 minutes.
Unbelievable.
This is not a good pace to be on if you're Nebraska.
If you're Danny Nee right now, what are you trying to do? What are you telling your team?
Well, if I'm Danny Nee right now and it's 24-11, I'm hoping my team can get it inside of 8 at the end of the half. And what I'm hoping is that maybe I go back inside. And then their outside play has really been non-existent. Hamilton impressive. They have to put the ball near the goal.
But Staff's even creating some problems.
Dominic will get it.
Dominic! Oh, and he travels. So Vincent Hamilton charged for the traveling call.
James Gray for Kendrick Brooks.
What's amazing is, at this point, the crowd not even a factor. The Dogs just playing really well. Rasan operating down low.
You talk about a guy that's improved. You said Maurice Standing, which I agree. But how about the player Rasan Smith? I mean, he's a different guy than the player that stepped on the floor earlier in the year. Much more alert, much more aware of the situation, a threat near the goal, playing good defense, running the floor.
And a different player from where he was last year.
And the fact of the matter is, a lot of the pro guys that were not looking at a Rasan Smith are now noticing it, saying, you know, wait a minute, this guy is 6'11". He can run, he can shoot, need to put some weight on. Not a good free throw shooter, but he certainly has put
He'll fit right into the NBA.
A lot of upside. Yeah, he might. That's a good point.
Boone for 3, bottoms. 24-14, the score. Fresno State on top. And in charge.
Man-to-man by Nebraska. Laying it straight up, trying to defend, see if they can put it inside. They're trying to front at the post.
Forcing the issue a little there.
I really think that the coaching staff for Fresno State now feels like, you know, we can attack them inside. We can put the ball on the ground, try to break the defense down. Let's take it right to the goal and force them to defend. That's the 8th team foul in, the first 8 minutes of the game. So here's another pace you don't want to be on if you're Nebraska. You've made a lot of turnovers and you're fouling consistently.
Because quite honestly, the storyline going into this game is that the guard play for Fresno would have to step it up. Even more so than they have been, because there's no way the Bulldogs would win it in the trenches. However, it seems like everything's working.
Well, I think Dominic set the tempo of this game, making, hitting the first 3 from beyond the line. But we also talked about...
Oh, the tip-in! KB just checked in the game. Talk about making an automatic contribution.
And that really is a mental mistake by Nebraska. You don't screen the guy out.
Vincent Hamilton, nice inside. It's a 10-point game. Fresno State in front, 26-16. James Gray with the ball. Staying with a man-to-man.
Well, look at how did Wold end up on Rasan's face. Look at that mismatch. Well, I think Rasan has to call for the ball. He's got a guy that's about 8 inches shorter than he. Try to put it inside.
Gumby. Rasan. That is a mismatch they're going to have to attack.
Well, those are situations you have to recognize quickly.
KB. The Bulldogs boxing out. The Bulldogs somehow doing everything right at this point.
They're going to go quick 20, and I think Jerry's going to point out more that, you know, guys, we just missed that particular mismatch, and we have to be a little bit more alert at the offensive end of the floor.
Here's KB on that tip, and talk about hustle, talk about tenacity.
And you know what he did? He took an interesting route. See him go around to the left and go on the baseline side, and he made a nice follow, and that's just a case of not screening out. Put a body on him, keep him away from the goal, don't allow that second effort. So Fresno enjoying Fresno State with the 26-16 lead, doing a nice job, but Nebraska explosive more, and Fresno State has to continue to dominate, continue to get it inside, and control the tempo of this game.
Not only, Coach, is Fresno State explosive, rather is Nebraska explosive, but Fresno State, rather, is a team that over time has kind of folded late in the game. They've had lapses. Hopefully that doesn't happen tonight.
No, although they are in great shape if they're ahead. What, the 5-minute marker in, they're 17-0. That's pretty impressive.
Look at those threes.
And of course, 3 of the 4 for the Dogs have been by Dominic Young. He started 3 out of 3. Nice pass. Oh, that was a beautiful look. Good execution inside and unselfishness by Fresno State. Stamps just couldn't finish it.
Timeout on the floor.
All right, 26-16 your score. Fresno State in charge, 10:38 to go. The Bulldogs are looking tough. Come back to Selland. The winner of this one, Dan, facing a very tough Tulane team.
Yeah,
you're looking at the NIT bracket right there.
Yeah, very good Tulane team, but obviously it's a situation you'd love to be in. So you say, well, they're tough. Well, they should be. You're down to the Final Four. And,
no matter what tournament you're in.
That's exactly right. And Perry Clark's team doing a real good job and have made it. Now Fresno State trying to get back.
Terrence Badgett, but stripped. Dominic the other way. There's Big Mac. Oh, get out of his way.
Dominic being Dominic, that is a 4-point swing for the Dogs. I mean, not only does he steal it when Nebraska's got a 3-on-1, but they get a bucket at the other end.
KB was looking for a little something there. See, they're rattled.
Oh, I thought Wold made a heads-up play. In the air, he calls a timeout. Smart play.
Very, very big time. 20-second timeout, but to have the composure to be able to pull something like that off.
Yeah, he sure did. Good presence.
Good coaching.
Yeah, real good coaching.
Well, 28-16, Dan, the score right now. There's about 10 minutes to go. You're Jerry Tarkanian. You're a pretty happy coach. On the flip side, that guy is not.
Yeah, you're happy, but you're cautious.
Yeah. Points off turnovers, Nebraska 2, Fresno State 15. A lot of that, Dominic Young.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is a lot of the turnovers have been forced. I mean, they're not situations where guys are making mistakes from Nebraska. Fresno State is forcing turnovers with their defensive pressure and intensity.
Tom Wald guarded so tough by Dominic.
Now, the important thing when you're playing defense, too, is to play strong when your man does not have the ball.
Strickland. KB.
Bulldogs now number 50, Kendrick Brooks.
Well, you have to say the job that Kendrick Brooks has done on Strickland has been remarkable. Strickland, just as a second-team All-Big 8 guy.
Look at that build on Strickland,
and he's a guy that's one of their leading scorers, and he's really been ineffective so far in the first half.
No question.
Now they're going to switch the defense, looks like, Warren.
Yeah.
They're going to go, looks like they're going to go 1-1-3 in the zone in the amoeba, maybe, and try to match up.
So far, every matchup has worked. Yes! Terrence Badgett. Well, we knew that they could score. It was just a question of lighting it up and when.
Yeah, well, Badgett, reacted well on the zone, and while the ball was in the air, Bernard Garner trying to get position inside just knocked Gray down. So they're going to count the basket, and they're going to go at the other end, and James Gray will get a 1-and-1 well, it's a 10. It's a 19 foul, so it's still a 1-on-1 situation.
You don't really see that situation a whole lot in the pros. It's a college situation. Converting the first.
Yeah, if you're Nebraska, it really negates the fine effort you made at the other end of the floor. Gray's got 6, and I thought he has played solid also. But here you work hard, you get a nice goal against the zone, and then you make a foul inside. Gray comes right back, gets one of the two. I mean, mentally that wears on you, especially when you're behind, and you're saying, well, gee, can we do anything right? Now back man-to-man.
Man-to-man. Oh, he's starting to light it up. Terrence Badgett.
Nebraska's had 3 or 4 productive trips down the floor. I mean, they look like they're settling in now after the quick start by Fresno State. And, they cut it to 8.
Just like that. Brisson. A little too strong.
How about the play by McCullough? McCullough almost stole it. Got to get back. Retrace your steps. That's your defense. Wold may have stepped out of bounds. And if he did, that's the second time that a Nebraska player just did not know where they were on the floor. Danny has to be frustrated. Yeah. Danny was an assistant at Notre Dame, got the head coaching job at Ohio University, and then came over here to Nebraska. He's been at Nebraska 9 years and really done an outstanding job here at Nebraska.
There's another great New York native, too.
Danny's from New York, just like you. All the New York guys stick together.
Played with Kareem at Power Memorial.
Yeah, he may have. I'd have to go back and check that, but you're right, he may have.
Calling a jump. Fresno State will retain possession. Let's see exactly what happened here.
Well, what they're trying to do here is open up the floor and let Gray go ahead and penetrate down the middle. What they're going to call that is, I guess they're going to call it a possession situation. Although, there it is. Now that's the situation they call possession.
Hey, he's the college version of Dennis Rodman. No one's going to touch him on the board.
And Hazard McCullough played tremendous down the stretch for Fresno State
7 points.
last 14, 15 games. He's just been scintillating with his play, especially off.
Garner spinning, no good.
Timeout on the floor.
31-21 is the score. Fresno State in charge. And now a first, our Fresno factoids. Nobody shoots more three-pointers than Dominic Young and Kendrick Brooks. The three-point duo has combined for an NCAA leading 210, and that continues tonight. Dominic with 4, Kendrick with 1.
Yeah, and you have to look at the success of Fresno State, and much of it is due to the three-point efforts of Brooks and Young, and it's a team that has shot over 700 threes for the year. So obviously it helps when you have guys that can make it behind the arc. And Jerry Tarkanian and his staff hoping now for a productive trip down the court. One of the things they do is after a timeout, most often Fresno State will run an effective play and score. But look, Nebraska now switch their defense, going to go one.
Clearing out of side. Dominic for 3, bottoms. Bottoms for Dominic Young. 34-21 right now. Fresno State cruising.
Well, that'll get you out of the zone in a hurry.
Yeah, it will.
You know, you go zone.
They cleared out that side so well.
And Dominic Young knocks down a three.
Garner. Nice move. He's big. That's his fourth. So as big as he is, as strong as he has kind of struggled. Dominic again. A little short. Oh. They changed it. Crowd seems to like that as well.
Now the last time Fresno State ran it out of bounds, it got an easy score to McCullough. See if they run the same out of bounds or look for Dominic Young after he inbounds the ball to come in quickly. They're going to go right back to McCullough again.
Why not? And not quite the rule.
It's got to be great execution. I'd like to run that out of bounds play about 10 or 11 times.
Wow. The KB Strickland matchup is one many Fresno State coaches were worried about. Strickland is so big, so tough, yet look at KB.
Oh, again, tremendous intensity at the defensive end. The 15th turnover by the Cornhuskers, and we played 13 minutes, so they're still on that pace. You know, if you do this, you're going to get about 45 turnovers in the game.
Wow. Yeah, they average 17, so all they need is one to hit their average. Darnell Stamps now checking in. He's going to give Big Mac a little rest, and he's deserved it. He's played so well. Free throw shooting, one of those things that you just never know how a team's going to do. Even if you're a good shooter, sometimes you struggle at the line.
Well, you do, but as we said, the free throw shooting is so important, and you've got a chance to really get some distance between you and the Cornhuskers, and you certainly don't want to give Nebraska a thought that they can come right back in this game. Second foul on Brooks. So that's another point that will have to be addressed. Brooks has to play a lot more solid, not pick up that third foul now in the last 7 minutes. It'll take away from his intensity.
They're smothering them. Definitely shaking this team up. Not that much on that one. Wald, a nice stroke, just like that. 34-25, that's Wald's first basket. That guy has won a few games down the stretch for Nebraska.
Yeah, Wald, I thought, has really done a nice job coming in for Lou. Lou with the 3 early fouls, and Wald's been solid in the backcourt. Has not turned it over much.
Gumby trying to penetrate, but losing it. That's the guy you want holding the ball. Not that time. I guess he's human after all.
Well, Wald makes the score at one end, gets a little confidence, come back at the other end, and has a very productive defensive sequence, something that Danny Nee has not enjoyed so far in the first half. And here's Wald again. Now you see the guy picking up his ability and trying to get everybody organized and get this team in motion.
Fresno back in that man-to-man. I don't know if they want Mikey Moore way out like that.
I thought that was very smart basketball by Nebraska. If it's on Brooks, it's his third.
And it is.
And you know, that didn't happen by accident. They ran Strickland to the block, put him on the sweet spot. They ran the offense directed. See, they knew that Brooks was guarding Strickland, and Strickland big and powerful and good around the goal. So Kendrick Brooks picks up his third, and he has to leave. But Danny Nee has to feel good about the fact that they ran their offense and they have Kendrick Brooks out of this ballgame.
That's his fourth point.
And don't look now, but he gets this one down, and we're back to the 7-point game.
Eric Strickland converting on his second. Like you said, 7-point game. Dominic Young right back. Will he pull the trigger? Bottoms. It's good. Terrence Badgett on fire. His 8th point.
Yeah.
He's come off and played really well.
Yeah, and Fresno State look at timeout. Badgett's been a key guy coming off the bench, and now we only got a 4-point game. Smart, playing by Nebraska, and really it's been Fresno's inability to capitalize from the line. They've had chances to get some distance, and they haven't made their free throws, and that's hurt the Dogs.
Mikey Moore is second. Fresno St shooting 2.
When Fresno comes back this time, it appears that they're going to drop into the amoeba. Jerry Tarkanian barking out a couple instructions after Darnell Stamps hopefully makes a few. The familiar tell.
Well, every time you miss a one-on-one or you miss a two-shot opportunity, it just gives the opposition so much confidence. I mean, now Nebraska feels like, hey, you know, they can't make a free throw, and we're only down 4. I mean, we're right in the game. I mean, that's obvious. They're in great shape, and now they pick up another foul. I think this is a team that had 16 turnovers or more in the first half, and they were, you know, we felt, well, gee, if they could cut it to 7 or 8, Danny Neal would be happy. Now you're looking to cut it to 2.
He's more than happy. He won the lottery.
More than a line. Jerry Tarkanian for Darnell Stamps.
Tark making a couple of moves.
1-1.
Garrett Tarkanian, how do you think he's going to do in here?
Well, Garrett Tarkanian has been a productive guy in many games when he's come in. He's a very good rebounder. He's still learning the nuances of this game, but has a tremendous amount of ability. And he could come off the bench and give this team a real lift. Certainly, he's not a guy that's going to be pushed around inside.
And just like that, Mikey Moore scores his 4th basket, and just like that, it's a 2-point game. 34-32. Fresno State up by only 2 points. 5 minutes to go. Dan, we have a ball game.
Yeah, we sure do. And if you're Nebraska, now do you try to foul again? It's an 11-zip run, and much of that is because Fresno State has started to turn the ball over, and they haven't been able to convert from the line.
Once again, here we are. Nebraska now with an opportunity to tie or go ahead with a 3.
Good recognition by the Cornhuskers, because they now Fresno State in the zone, and they're going to try to match up using the amoeba zone. Well, you really have to identify the shooters if you're Fresno State. As Strickland wanting the ball, looking to get it up. That'll put them ahead.
Little tough. Gumby running. Reset down for 3. Oh, not quite. Nebraska on the run. There's Strickland. Nice give. Oh, Mikey Moore. He's got it.
Oh, what a beautiful that time by Strickland. Oh, open court.
Powerful.
Let's get it in transition and watch the big guys run the floor. Here's the behind the back. Give it up to Mikey Moore, who I thought for a big guy handle that pass. But this is not an easy pass to handle and finish. A lot of guys would have traveled in that situation, but Mikey Moore,
a lot of agility.
While we were away, it looks like not only is he going to get a shot, but there was a technical foul called against Fresno State. So this is a 14. My memory is correct. It's a 14, or was it a double technical? We're going to have to get a clarification, because while we were away, we got
Brendan Bonke, Virginia Dragons.
On his end. So obviously we're in a double technical situation.
No, I don't think we are. I was wrong. It looked like after the play there was a technical foul called on Hamilton. Vincent Hamilton, number 33 for Nebraska. So we gave Nebraska free throw. Fresno has 2 opportunities at the other end. Danny Nee is chagrined, but in the meantime, Fresno State gets the ball out at half court. So the tee was not against Fresno State. It was not a double tee, as I incorrectly stated. It was a technical against Nebraska. Must have said something to the officials. It's something you don't want to do.
Exactly. Bad Bagent all by himself. Nice steal. Great control.
Yeah, Bagent, has he been impressive? Bagent's got 10, doesn't start. Of course, he's the guy that started most of last year, but he's been a big plus for Danny Nee and the Cornhuskers.
Nebraska with a 1-point lead right now. 37-36 your score. 3:35 to go. Brandon Bakke now in the game. Guy that can pull the trigger from way out. Garrett Tredenga also in, who has the ability to shoot. 9 seconds to go on the shot clock. They got to get it up. Mikey Moore comes down with it. Nebraska back on the run.
And Mikey Moore has been stepping up. Blocking shots, scoring at the offensive end.
Very impressive. Walls for three. Bottoms. He's got it. Nebraska's got their confidence now. That's his 5th. Nebraska leads by 4, 40-36. Just under 3 to go. Fresno needs to start something.
Well, they need a productive trip, and I really believe they have to put the ball down low. Let Rasan Smith touch it, and if he doesn't have it, attack inside to out. But get the big guys back involved, because now the defense getting better on the outside for Nebraska.
Dominic, pull the trigger. Great board by Rasan. Oh, so tough. Strickland, look at him run. I'll tell you, Dan, Strickland did not convert that time, but he showed a lot of ability to take the ball off the court.
Yeah, Strickland is very strong, penetrating to the basket, breaking the defense down.
And we'll be back from the NIT. At Danny Nee and his Nebraska Cornhuskers, who are on a roll to say the least. A 19-2 run over the last 5:20. Wow.
Yeah, wow is right. I mean, I can vividly remember this being 34-21 and Fresno State in control of this game, and Nebraska's really put the blitz on. And they've really done it with good defense, able to get it inside, convert in the open court, and start causing some turnovers. And Fresno State that started to live with the outside shot early, not able to knock it down, and not able to get anything around the goal, plus not make free throws. So you put all the guys together, and a big run by the Cornhuskers.
Fresno State has now missed their last 10 field goals. You're Jerry Tarkanian. You're not a happy Bulldog. It's a 4-point game. Nebraska up 40-36. 2 minutes to go in the half. And the last 5.5 minutes, Dan, has been all Nebraska.
Yeah, it really has. And now Fresno State again back in the zone, trying to identify the shooters, get back up on guys and try to play position. And that ball was deflected by McCullough and went in.
Hamilton showing some amazing ability.
Yeah, here's another guy off the bench. Hamilton with 8. What kind of bench production have they had? I mean, guys come on into that 20, 25 points off the bench.
Jerry Tarkanian told us before the game this was going to be one of the most talented teams they faced. Garrett Tredenga, they needed that. They needed that. 38 for Fresno State. Nebraska up 42-38. That was their first field goal in 11 tries. Boone for 3. He's got it. These guys have the confidence now.
Well, they're a tough team to zone. I mean, you saw Boone right now, and he's got a couple of threes in this game.
He's got 6.
Yeah, and this is a team that can shoot it on the outside, and when they don't turn the ball over, they're in pretty good shape. And they've taken care of the basketball in the last 6 minutes.
McCullough inside. Oh! Dan, I would assume that's what you need to do.
Well, nice pass. I thought here's Tredenga, who's made a jumper. He's rebounded, playing pretty good defense, and now a beautiful pass inside. And you're right. You need more of that type of action.
The crowd's starting to wake up. Strickland just off. Backcourt violations for Fresno State to take over.
That's the first mistake that you can remember Danny Nee's Nebraska team making in quite a while. And it was
in this century.
Well, it was a team who's made a lot of them in the first 14 minutes of this game. There's your bench scoring. Our crack staff right on the play. Nebraska 23, and Fresno State 11. But it really has been the bench play of the game. And he tried to make the changes early. He's down a ton, and he got some new guys in the game, and they responded.
Certainly showed a lot of composure, which was something we thought that they were about to fold. Dominic for three, just off. When you're down and you're up with 17 turnovers or so, we thought they were going to fold. And that's the half. Fresno State is trailing by 5. 45-40, your final.
Was found. A coroner.
However, Fresno State right now is the one that's sitting with a 5 points in trouble. Let's take a look at a couple of the highlights here. We're going to start off with Strickland. This guy was canning it from all over. He's got the nice touch. He was looking good, and he was giving KB some trouble early. Drew Boone also doing it from the outside. You know, for a team that started very slowly, Nebraska eventually kicking it up. Dominic Young also doing it on defense. This guy controlled it early. Big Mac inside looking so tough. And then Dominic doing it from outside. You know, he and Kendrick Brooks are the top three-point combo in the country, and that's one of the reasons. And little Mikey Moore doing some major damage, looking tough. And we are back live at Selwyn Arena. You see someone with a very nice Thark balloon or something like that. Folks, take it away. We're having a good time. Back to you.
Tradition. De Chico's was founded on it. Since 1956, we've been serving the finest in Italian food, made fresh daily for your family. We do this with a strong sense of pride and a desire to make your dining experience the best you've ever had. You see, De Chico's...
A little bit of a surprise after the Dogs took that big lead, but 45-40, the Dogs trailing at the half then. Kind of a little surprise, though, after the way the Dogs started with the tenacious defense, the turnovers, everything was going their way.
Yeah, certainly a big surprise if you're a Fresno State fan, because I thought Fresno had control of this game, and you have to give Nebraska credit. They came back, they played defense, they created some turnovers, and they got themselves right in the lead and back in the ballgame.
There's your halftime stats. Huskers were 16 for 29, the Bulldogs 14 for 38, and shooting 37% to... Look, Nebraska just caught fire. Let's take a look at our point leaders. There it is. Badgett. We called his name an awful lot. He caught fire down the stretch. Dominic Young still pouring in 14. All right, that's going to do it for halftime. We'll be back from Selwyn Arena with so much more in the second half. Coming up.
Fresno Sheriff Steve McGarrian is being forced to release prisoners against his will. In the past 3 years, federal courts forced Sheriff McGarrian to release nearly 5,000 jail inmates to prevent
It was another tongue lash. He said they played great defense the first 12 minutes, then the offense just went in the tank. He was telling them to work on their passing game. He ran cut plays and everything. If they weren't listening to him, it's going to be very interesting to see what the Bulldogs come. They're used to hearing about these tongue lashes at halftime, so we'll see how their character happens in the second half.
All right, Mike. You know, the one magical thing about Jerry Tarkanian, there's so many magical things, Dan, is that he's able to create something, some kind of atmosphere that these guys respond after half.
Well, he's going to have to do it in this game, because I think the one thing that disturbed Jerry is you've got the lead and you're controlling the tempo. You keep relying on the perimeter shot. You don't go back inside. And let's face it, when you shoot 7 out of 16 from the foul line, I mean, you've got some big problems.
Yeah, they missed 11 of their last 13 shots in the first half, so hopefully the rest off the court is to their liking. Lou is back at the point. Let's see if he starts better this time. Bernard Garner working inside. That's a nice move off glass. No good, though.
All right, back man-to-man with Nebraska.
KB, nice move inside. The running one-hander is good.
Well, you know, you really thought getting off to a good start. That's 9 for Brooks. Going to give him a little lift, some confidence.
Jerron Boone moving inside to Mikey Moore. Nice little turnaround. The big guy can move.
Yeah, the big guy's impressive. Nice turnaround, Jay, inside. Moore's got 9. Very solid game. Good shot blocker.
Big Mac now trying to operate down low. He kicks it out, though. Dogs will reset.
Yeah, I think Mac has to take that one in occasionally, Orrin. I mean, even when you're playing against a good shot blocker, take it strong to him, force him to defend, because he'll try to block it, and he may pick up some fouls.
Here's the other big guy, Curry, off glass, drawing a little foul.
There's a big difference with Curry Stanley, start of the year to now. What did he do at the beginning of the year? He shot a fadeaway. What is he doing now? He's taking it right to the rack and forcing guys to defend him, and that is a real plus for his team and for him personally.
You know, Dan, Jerry Tarkanian and many coaches have talked about Rasan Smith and his possible NBA potential. You look at a body like Curry Stanley. This guy steps it up. You see some potential?
Yeah, there definitely is some potential. Big and strong, good touch. Did not shoot that free throw especially well, but has to continue to get better. But has had a fairly productive year. He may get, yeah, he's gonna get another attempt. Mikey Moore may have stepped in there a little soon, so.
Dogs will take that right now.
Yeah, Curry's got a chance for a hat trick. Let's hope he doesn't get that. I mean, let's hope he can get one of them down. 7 out of 16 was the free throw shooting in the first half, so now 7 of 18 from the line for Fresno State. 7 of 19.
Can you say horrendous?
That's been the ball game. I mean,
yeah.
you can just sum it up right there. 7 of 19 from the line.
Boone kicks it out to Lou. He's going to reset. Lou working the spin move on Dominic, but can't go. Fast break opportunity. Here's Gumby. Not played. Looking for the foul, not getting anything. Strickland, the behind the back pass to Mikey Moore, drawing the foul. Nice passing.
Officials letting them go.
Yeah.
I mean, the officials putting the whistle in the pocket. Here's Strickland. Look at the pass inside to Mikey Moore, and the shot and the strong attempt at the block by Curry Stanley. He had 3 in the first. He only played 5 minutes in the first half, so that's the 4th foul on Stanley, and he goes out. That's been a big problem for the Dogs. They haven't had Stanley but 5 or 6 minutes in this game.
4th personal. You see Curry Stanley taking a seat. Meanwhile, on the other side, Mikey Moore sinking another.
And conversely, as I recall, Nebraska was 7 of 8 from the line in the first half, and they start out with, so Nebraska's 8 of 9 from the line, Fresno 7 of 19.
They're doing all the easy things right. And right now, that's the ball game, as you said. Nice touch. Dominic all the way. Very nice.
Yeah, I like that. Dominic using the dribble to break it down and take it right at the big guy.
So many times he'll pull up, showing a little penetration there.
Boy, Mikey Moore wants the ball, Lauren. Look at him calling for the ball. He feels like he can score.
He's got the confidence now. Oh, boom, the pretty move off glass. That's nice.
Oh, it's interesting how both teams are now attacking the glass instead of relying on the outside shot. Boone's got 8. Solid game for him. It was a 3-point barrage early, but you get in a clutch situation. Now you start attacking toward the goal.
McCullough spinning. He draws the foul. Mikey Moore.
A shot blocker will go for every shot. Mikey Moore will try to block everything. Take it to him. Try to get him in foul trouble. Here's a solid effort by Darnell McCullough, a glass eater in his own right, and takes it right in to pick up the foul. And finally, a free throw.
There we do. The crowd responding as if we parted the Red Sea. Maybe the Red Wave.
Well, the Red Wave hoping for a little comeback here, and now 2 out of 2. I mean, that looks good when you were 7 of 19.
Absolutely, everything's good. 51-46 the score. The Dogs back on the run. Here's Gumby. No foul on that play. They're letting it go.
Again, Mikey Moore. He did deflect it going up, and as I said, he's going to go for every block. He may get 3 or 4, but he's going to get some fouls, too. Look at Nebraska, they'll set their defense. They're getting back much better than they did in the first half. I mean, you see 3 or 4 red shirts back there.
Dominic gonna pull up. He's off. Boone, the nice break. Oh, Strickland gets up.
High flyer. I mean, let's get up and finish that one. Strickland in the open court's got 7.
Wow.
Pretty impressive.
He has shown a lot. Not only can he can it from outside, but can he get up. KB struggling like Dominic as well. Here's Boone ahead to Strickland. A little replay. Oh, my.
That might be a quick 20. I think Jerry's looking 20 or quick timeout. Strickland, powerful in his own right. And what Nebraska's doing is releasing early. They're saying, look, we're going to rebound it. Strickland going the other way and getting an easy score.
They're just running so well in transition. And really, when you're a freelance team, this is what you do best. Big-time player, Dan.
Well, talk about a confidence boost and momentum now for the Big Red. I mean, they're really moving and grooving here in Fresno. Time for the Dogs now to regroup. Still plenty of time, Warren. Run your offense, keep your composure, continue to try to get the ball down low and execute your offense. You have a tremendous amount of time to get back in this game.
Perdengo way short. 55-46 right now the score. Dogs trail. Lou in traffic. Kicks it out to Mikey Moore. My, Dan, they're doing everything right.
Well, we thought this was a terrific finishing team. They were rattled in the first half. They turned to Bolivar, but Mikey Moore now with 13. And Lou, look at the pass and the finish by Moore.
Big fella has 13, and Nebraska right now is cruising 57-46. You know, the Dogs love buzzer beaters, though. 15 of FSU's 32 games this year have been decided by 7 points or less. The Dogs a perfect 6-0 in one-point contest, Dan. So, if they are to come back, which I know many Red Wavers hope, it looks like they can pull it out.
Yeah, it does. And Jerry Tarkanian and the fans here hoping that they can get in that situation. Boy, it's amazing. In the first 15 minutes of the game, you wondered if Nebraska could make a game of it. Well, in the last 10, the Cornhuskers have been unbelievable. Now Fresno State trying to get back in. Mikey Moore, an important guy in this game. The 8 rebounds, the block shots, the 13 points. Very effective and a big-time finisher inside.
And Dan, as you said, the defense has stepped up for Nebraska. They're looking so tough now.
Yeah, they really are. And the thing is, Oren, they haven't turned the ball over.
No.
And they're creating turnovers. This is the same team that had 17 turnovers in the first 15 minutes.
Unbelievable. Nice play. Dominic looking inside to Rasan. Couldn't quite find the handle.
It was a beautiful pass. I mean, the pass was perfect. And here Rasan just could not finger roll it in. Just had an unfortunate roll. And now Rasan gets to the line and tries to shoot a couple of free throws.
And I was watching the tip drill in practice the other day. And it's something they work on all the time. And it's something that this team, as good as these centers are, struggle with.
Now you have to have good hands around the goal and finishing it. You know. And that situation would have been unlucky. Of course, Rasan Smith, we know, not a good free throw shooter, but not a good time to miss your free throws. And again, this fuels the offense. A team like Nebraska now says to themselves, hey, they still can't make any free throws. We're going to go ahead and play with a little more confidence.
It's an 11-point Nebraska lead. But Fresno looking to cut into it. On the run, the pass from Rasan behind Kendrick. They're rattled right now.
Now, the one thing Rasan has to do, I'm sure he was looking to give it up to Dominic Young, but Dominic was behind him. And that's a time you have to slow it down a bit. It's hard to blame Rasan. He's trying to make something happen.
Everything is raining. Everything is working right now. Jerron Boone, 11 points.
Jerron with the rainbow J. It's hard to believe. I mean, this is a 14-point lead.
Big Mac, they need anything, that's a beginning. But Nebraska right back at them. They missed it. The Dogs are so explosive, though. And that's the thing their fans know. They're never out of it.
Well, now they're going to have to look, baby. They'll look for some threes, but still plenty of time. You got 13 minutes. They're doing a nice job on Dominic Young. Lou is trying to play Young.
Terdenga from way out. He has the ability to shoot, though.
Well, here's what's unfolding in this game. Then they get an intentional foul on one of the Fresno State players. It looked like Steve Wilson came up with the intentional not playing the ball. And if so, it'll be 2 and out of bounds.
His fourth. Kendrick Brooks is fourth.
Now, Orrin, what has unfolded in this game is that Nebraska has defended Brooks and Young well in the last 10 minutes, and they forced other players to shoot the ball, and they haven't really been able to get it down. Coupled with the fact that Fresno State not shooting well from the line, and Nebraska really up-tempoing their game and finishing inside, and Nebraska just on a roll. You know, this is a team that wins at Colorado State. I want to tell you, Colorado State's an impressive team. Something Fresno State could not do was win at Colorado State. And then be to find Washington State team. And I thought Washington State, now with Hendrickson back playing, it's a tough ball club.
Dominic now on the run, working on Lou, the pull-up. He's got it. Got him.
Well, they needed that.
Oh, do they need that?
And Dominic needs to get going. I mean, he's at 19, but it's a deceptive 19 because he got off to such a hot start with 3 straight threes.
Nebraska, the lead cut to 11. No, Dan, there's no question this Nebraska team is very talented. They started off so well. They had some internal problems. And that was part of the reason for their 9-game losing streak. Kendrick Brooks picking up the foul, and that's his 5th, Dan. That's huge.
Yeah, of course, Kendrick with the intentional foul, and when you're behind, a lot of people say, well, why is Kendrick in the game? Well, the fact of the matter is, you're down 10, you're inside of 13 minutes. Jerry wanted to keep his best guys on the floor, right. And then Brooks picks up the foul over the back.
It's a gamble.
Well, other guys have to step up. That's the answer.
Do teams play out of funks like this?
Well, they do, but they do it. The only way you do is at the defensive end.
Strickland again, 63-50. Strickland with 11.
20-second timeout, Bulldogs.
Much like Nebraska is playing well, unfortunately, this is a different Bulldog team than we saw.
Well, and it's a team that is hurt now with the fact that Brooks has fouled out, so they missed some outside shooting, and they haven't really been able to get people open on the perimeter. Oh, here's Strickland. You got to like Strickland. He's a guy that can pass the ball, a lefty, but he dribbles with his right, going to the right, and then finishes with the left hand. So he's a guy that you really can't overplay to the left side like a lot of left-handers. But I've been impressed with Nebraska's composure, their outside game, their ability to really react to the different defenses.
Fans, you know they want this. They want to go to New York. The winner goes to New York, will play the Tulane Green Wave, the Red Wave, hoping it happens in timeout. I think that dog a little sick. And the biggest Bulldog of them all, Jerry Tarkanian, he knows his team could pull it out, but Dominic, I think, needs to start heating up.
Well, they're running Dominic on the baseline. They're going to try to run him around the screen, see if they can.
There he is. Oh.
See, that's Strickland again, putting pressure on the outside on Gray, plays him tight, and because of the pressure on the outside, not a good pass. So Nebraska doing it with good defense. You got to tip your hat to Nebraska. They had a chance to fold in this game. They didn't win.
Mikey.
Well, now if you're Nebraska, you try to dictate the tempo and put it down low and force the Dogs to defend you around the goal. Let's have a little bump push. But see, I don't think Nebraska's going to be content to just shoot it on the outside. They're going to take it in.
Gumby now leading the charge. Dom, no good. Rasan inside. An 11-point game.
Right. First score of the game for Rasan. He's got 8 rebounds, but his first deuce. Came at an opportune time. Maybe give his team a little lift.
Certainly would be nice to have a little bit more from him, and maybe that'll be the difference. The crowd's starting to come alive again. They don't need much in this building. When it's rocking, one of the toughest place to play, but oh, they keep rocking and rolling.
Magnificent pass that
Vincent
time.
Hamilton, his 10th point.
What a pass, though, by Strickland. I mean, the ball barely touched his hands, and he was able to rifle it inside.
Strickland all over Gumby. This guy has really stepped it up. We talk about how Dominic dominated early. Strickland and Mikey Moore have looked great in the second.
Oh, get up.
Oh, Mac.
Climb the ladder. Darnell McCullough just skying and corralling that rebound and refusing to be denied, taking it in and drawing the foul.
He is a skywalker.
No, he is. He's a tremendous leaper, and what I like, he's got a terrific work ethic. And here's a young guy that was starting, was benched, came in off the bench, didn't complain. All he did was increase his game. He started to get better when he was coming in off the bench, and has really given this team a big lift.
Says he likes coming off the bench. It gives him an opportunity to scout out the team, to see where he fits in the game. Fresno State's John Havlicek. John may have been a better free throw shooter.
There's not many John Havliceks rolling around.
No. 65-54 your score. 10:45 to go. Nebraska in charge. Strickland again. Oh, Hamilton again.
And even against the zone, Nebraska not content to shoot the outside shot. Hamilton has 12. And another solid effort to break the defense. It's been Strickland with the ball. Strickland just penetrating and finding people.
Hamilton even dropped the ball and still made the play. Gumby wide open. He's got it. A high archer for Gumby. His 9th point. 67-57. It's a 10-point game, just under 10 to go. Dogs certainly within striking range.
Well, the problem, too, Art, you can't trade baskets. You have to make some stops.
Right. It's 67-57. And we'll be back from Selland Arena. Cornhuskers in control. Selland Arena, where Nebraska looking so strong, Dan.
Yeah, what a pass inside Strickland to Hamilton. And that's what the one thing Strickland's been doing. He's finding the open guy and breaking down the deep. Here he goes on to dribble, giving it up again to Hamilton. He, as you said, even dropped the ball and still able to finish. So good effort by both players in Nebraska, handling the ball effectively.
Mike, what did Tark have to say during that break?
Coming out, he's going to start the amoeba defense, then go man-to-man, and then after man-to-man, he's going to go full-court pressure. On offense, he wants to run a passing game, and he wants to make the run right now. This is the time. That's what he's telling his players.
Well, with just under 10 to go, now would be the time. Unfortunately, you can't stop Strickland, and they can't contain him either.
As Strickland got off to a slow start, he's got 13. Here's the biggest statistic of the game. Nebraska with 1 turnover in the second half.
Dominic Young, 22 points. But as you said, a quiet, a deceptive 22.
Still plenty of time, but he got 9 minutes, and they're for 35.
There you go. They may need him to score 40.
This Nebraska team had 17 turnovers in the first 15 minutes. Now they have made 1 turnover since then. That's why they're playing well. The Dogs not able to force turnovers that they did early in the game.
One of our keys was composure, and they have it now. Dogs starting to create on that amoeba.
And I think Dominic Young can take Waldo. That's the look for him. He made his last three. See if they can run a screen and execute. See if he can run them off the screen. Here he comes, on top of the key.
They're going to go with Mack inside. Why not? Why not? He can do it. Big Mac, 15 points. So strong down low.
And the fact is that Mikey Moore's out of the game. So good time to attack the goal. Cornhuskers going to look for a timeout. And now only a 7-point game.
Nebraska going to talk it over for 20 seconds. Just like that, a 7-point game. Danny Nee obviously concerned now.
And he might look to get Moore back in the game because of this. So you don't really have a shot blocker, rejector inside. Fresno State picked up on that. McCullough takes it right to the rack and forces the big guys to defend. They could not. Now a 7-point game. And Fresno State, a little momentum. I mean, they're going to come back again. They've only done it about 15 times this year.
And you know if it's close, they will pull it out. The most important factor, and this is one that we talked about beforehand, the crowd. It's starting to come to life again. 69-62, 8:25 to go. Teron Lou with the ball. Dominic defending.
And Mikey Moore back in the game for Nebraska. Danny Nee knew that it was too easy for McCullough on that last sequence.
He wanted to see his shot blocker back in there. The big presence. Strickland. The guy is unconscious.
Strickland just taking
15 points. Wow.
Taking it over. And any time that the Cornhuskers need a big goal, Strickland has delivered.
I would say he's in a zone now.
Well, he certainly is. All right, still, again, time to exit.
That's a tough. That's his shot, though.
Yeah, Dominic doesn't make easy threes. And he likes it when guys are hanging all over him.
He loves the dramatic flair.
It's a good timeout by Nebraska. They came out, scored, made a stop at the defensive end, and now have the ball. Maybe Nebraska, you got to go to Strickland again. You got to let Strickland touch it.
Eric Strickland has scored 10 points in the second half. Only 5 in the first. There's Mikey Moore, the guy he just inserted. Bulldogs with some defensive pressure. That time Strickland's drawn the foul. God, what a big body.
Well, that's what you like about Strickland, is he can go around the goal and score, too. Here's the pass over the top to Moore. And good help from Stans on the other side. But now the deflection goes right back inside to Strickland, and he just power moves that to the goal and picks up the foul.
So looking for his 13th point in the second half. DeAndre Austin coming into the game, giving James Gray a little rest. DeAndre hasn't played in a while for Fresno.
It's a tough spot to put Austin in. As you said, a guy that hasn't played all of a sudden comes into a pressure situation, but it shows you that Jerry Tarkanian and his coaching staff have confidence in Austin. He has had some good games. I remember the Air Force game where he started, responded with a big first half. So he has had some spots where he's been able to come in and give this team a lift.
They need just that.
Strickland just doesn't miss. Is he going to miss one?
73-62, Nebraska on top. We're at Selwyn. It's the NIT quarterfinals.
Tradition.
3-62, Nebraska over Fresno State. 7:16 to go. Mike Hill, what do you got for us? I thought Mike was there. I guess he's not, Dan. Mike was listening in to a little timeout, but
I thought maybe Mike was doing some of the coaching. Maybe he was in there trying to help out. Is he there? Maybe we got him now.
We got him now. Mike, what did Tark have to say? Mike may have been lost in that amoeba. What do you think Tark was saying?
Well, I think what Tark was saying is, hey, guys, we have to come down now and let's see if we can look for something productive. You see the free throw shooting, 9 of 24 for the Dogs, 12 of 14 for Nebraska. And, there's the ball game, and Nebraska goes to a zone. And that's a good spot really for Austin if he can free up, a good perimeter shooter.
So is this guy. Not that time.
1 and out, too. I mean, no opportunities for any second efforts. against a very tall, talented Nebraska team.
And it's not a question of matching baskets.
Now, this guy right here, they have not been able to stop, so maybe DeAndre Austin could put some D on him. He did right there.
Oh!
He caused a turnover.
Fresh body coming in. Little energy. And that's the first turnover in the second half.
Isn't that incredible? First turnover for Nebraska after they made 17 in the first 15 minutes.
Inside of Mack. Oh! Layup city. But he was hacked.
Going vertical, which is not a bad move against the zone. The reason being is when you're in the zone, you're really defending an area of the floor, and many times you can lob it up near the 10 if somebody's running the baseline because no one has man-to-man responsibility.
Well, Tark knows they're in the zone, and that's probably why this guy's checking in, Brandon Bakke. Talk about his zone buster. This guy can pop it.
Well, the thing is, Bakke has to come in for somebody because they got 6 guys on the floor right now. They got 6 people on the floor.
We know you can't do that.
No, you can't. Somebody has to come out.
Not even an elite group.
Now they're really going small. Now you got Bakke, Austin, and Young, and McCullough. You don't really have a big club in there. That's what, 10 of 26 from the line for Fresno State. All right, you go man-to-man in this situation. Boy, Bakke's got a tough cover.
Oh, my. Jerron Boone.
Yeah, Boone at 6'6". I mean, Boone wants it. You can tell Boone's going to maybe try to clear for Boone, let him handle, see if he can shoot it right over Bakke. There he goes.
He was moving at will. He just couldn't convert. Here the Dogs on the run. He's looking up. Oh!
Right
too much. Great idea.
Yeah, right idea, no finish.
Yeah.
And you know, big play. You're down 10. I mean, you need to score almost every time down the floor. I think if you're Nebraska, you go back to Strickland. Strickland hasn't had it. Just let him handle it.
Someone was listening to you because there's the guy, Eric Strickland. Dogs back in that man-to-man. And that's a tough matchup you're looking at right there. Bakke doing it right, though. And look at this turnover. Dominic all the way. Yes, he's got it.
I don't think Nebraska Orange can get conservative. Looks like to me they're trying to waste some time. There's too much clock left in this game. You have to continue to run your offense.
Foul on McCullough.
Still a non-shooting situation. 16 foul. Only the first foul on McCullough.
Well, with a little over 5 minutes to go, it's an 8-point game. 73-65, Dan. Still some time.
Oh, there's plenty of time, and the thing is, that's why I don't think Nebraska, I think Nebraska got too conservative the last couple of times down the floor. Continue to play, continue to look to score. And I think Fresno State, they get a stop here and a score, and then it's anybody's game. This is an absolutely big defensive sequence for the Dogs.
Right here.
Yeah, they cannot allow Nebraska a score in this situation. They got a full 35, so I'm sure they're going to try to utilize it.
Oh! Stamps tackling him. Mikey Moore went to the floor hard.
Yeah, Mikey Moore doesn't do anything but finish strong.
Yeah.
And I thought a pretty good pass to get it inside. Nebraska not relying on their outside game. Wall, look at the bounce pass to the open hand. Beautiful pass, and then Stamps over with the foul as Moore was trying to windmill dunk it.
For a thin frame, the guy does finish very strong. Plays a tough, powerful game for a skinny guy. Kind of reminds me a lot of Louis Orr that played years in Syracuse.
Same type of physique as Orr. Hey, you talk about a guy that's got some pro potential. I'm looking at Mikey Moore. I mean, he's definitely a guy that has a chance to play at the next level.
Has a nice touch, not on that one. I don't think the Red Wave really minds that, though.
This is not a great free throw shooting team, but they've shot well this evening.
Unfortunately for the Dogs, that is the case.
Yeah, Nebraska's only missed a couple of free throws.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tough to shoot into that crowd, but they've been effective at it so far tonight.
most of the points he's scored recently have been on penetration. He hasn't been able to find.
Well, and the fact of the matter is, there's still plenty of time to shoot twos. And
right.
I think if you got that three-point mindset and you miss, it might take everybody else a bit out of the flow. But it's hard not to give Dominic the green light the way he has won games for you late in the year.
Live by the three, die by the three, though, huh?
Occasionally. Yeah, occasionally that does happen.
Strickland to pull up. He missed.
And I would not be disappointed, Arn, here if Fresno just went for a two. I mean, why not? You still got 4 minutes to go. Take it in and look for your deuce and try to run your offense and see if you can get something. Therese Stanley hopefully going to give this team a lift. They step on the end line.
Always have to know where you are, especially riding that baseline.
Darnell Stamps that time trying to use the baseline, and the official, you saw it, the left foot definitely on the line, a good call. And with Stanley in the game, I see here's a guy that, how many minutes has he played in this game? Maybe 7 minutes, 6, 7 minutes? So he really hasn't had a chance to get in the flow, and I think Curry, looking for the ball, wanting to score, did have some position inside. Nebraska with 20 turnovers. Don't forget, though, 17 of those turnovers occurred in the first 15 minutes of the game.
That's right.
I mean, they've been almost perfect from that point on.
Having Curry in the game may be a positive to stop Mikey Moore.
I think it's a better matchup than anybody else in there for Fresno State. You can put a body on him.
Dominic playing some solid D. Wall pulling the trigger, no.
Well, Mikey Moore may have pushed off.
He did. He said, sure I did.
Foul number 32, Mikey Moore of Nebraska, is fourth.
It's a big call because that's the fourth personal foul on Mikey Moore, and this is not the same club without him in the game. So, although at this point you cannot just throw it inside because you're down, but still Mikey Moore is not going to be quite as aggressive with the 4 fouls.
And we'll be back from Zone 74-65, 3:28 to go. Score, 3:28 to go, Dan.
Still plenty of time in this game, and I'm sure they're going to try to look free coming out of this timeout.
Well, this is the money time.
Yeah, it's money time for sure. And you're talking about money, here's a guy you're going to be looking for, and that's Dominic Young. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to maybe start Dominic, put him on the baseline, run a screen. Right now they got Baki on the baseline, but this is the money time of the game.
And the Dogs are unbeaten when leading or tied with 5 minutes to go in regulation. Unfortunately, not right now. Dogs inbounding. There's Dominic trying to create something.
And man-to-man by Nebraska. They switch the defense. When they put Baki in the game, they go now man-to-man to get out of the zone. Now, I see they're going to get the 5th foul on Therese Stanley. Stanley moved on the screen. Wald ran right into it, but if the screen is moving and the defender hits it, it's a foul on the screener. That's an absolutely monstrous call. And again, Stanley only played again 6 minutes of this game. Now the screen has to be set. There's Stanley sitting. Does he move? He moves a little bit to the right. Not a whole lot. I didn't think it was an absolute definite sure lock type foul, but the official standing there, 5th foul on Stanley. He leaves with only a couple of points. Not much production offensively from Rashawn Smith and Therese Stanley in terms of points. They played hard, but they really didn't score much around the goal.
Mikey Moore creating a lot of those problems. Looking at Tom Wald, he converts again. 76-65, 3:15 to go, Dan. And
yeah, you're in trouble right now. And Wald, the guy, I mean, you don't want to put him to the line. I mean, if there's anybody you want to fight, he looks like he can make 50 in a row. So,
he has not made 50 in a row, but he has done many a spectacular thing down the stretch.
There's Dominic. They start him low, going to pop him out, and now you're in the 3-point mold. Good mentality. You got to look. Hope to maybe knock 1 or 2 down and put some pressure on Nebraska.
Nothing is impossible when you have Dominic Young on your team.
Now, Tyrone Lou has stayed out of foul trouble in the second half. He's done a good job. See, again, they play good defense on Dominic. They force another guy to shoot it. Well, now he's going to handle it, too. He's going to try to get this one up.
That's a 2. That's good. 76-67, Dominic, 25 points, 2:32 to go.
It looked like Dominic tweaked his knee when he came down. He's holding his shin on the way back.
So it's a 9-point game, 2:20 to go.
And if you're Nebraska, I just run the clock and give it to Strickland in the last 15 seconds, let him do something with it. Lou saying I can handle it, but this is not a good matchup for him.
Boone.
Although it worked out well. It's only a suggestion.
13 points for the big guard.
Yeah, Lou said, I'll show that guy.
Oh, Garner, roll strip.
Well, Garner had teammates wide open, but I thought wisely decided to withhold the ball. They don't need any more points. They need clock to run. You're gonna have to look the foul now.
Unlike the way they were playing early on, Nebraska now doing everything right. Strickland. No.
I think Dominic's just hurt. I mean, he can hardly run.
1.5 to go, Domo. Yeah, he's in a lot of pain.
Yeah, he just
grimacing.
Yeah, I think the last time down the floor, Lou recognized the fact that Dominic was hurting, took it right to the goal. He may have just cramped up.
Trainer Ed Ferreira down there working with him. 1:25 to go. Nebraska 78-67. And we'll be back from Sullivan Arena after this.
Booyah! Bottom!
What? Look that up in the dictionary.
Who's bad? Who's bad?
Youch! Sports with an attitude.
Baby, what a catch. Bye-bye, it's gone.
Sports the way it ought to be.
String music, baby. Incredible. Shake your booty. Ooh. Give 'em 6. Booyah, the rim rocker.
Orrin Winnick and Mike Hill.
Nothing but the dog and May. Bow wow, he's got it.
The perfect combination for sports coverage you can count on.
Thinking of changing your business bank? Well, think about this. Switch to Valley-Wide Bank now and get the best in local business banking services. Valley-Wide Bank has the lending power to serve all sizes and types of local businesses and agribusiness. Decisions on your loans are made in local Valley-Wide branches. Valley-Wide's personal bankers are committed to your business success. Switch your business banking today.
Valley-Wide Bank. We are back at Sullivan Arena. Mike Hill, what's going on?
Hey, in the timeout right now, Dominic Young is being rubbed down. He's suffering from leg cramps, but he will go back in the game. He's in excruciating pain. Tark is talking to him, telling him to run the offense. This is it, do or die situation. Back to you, fellas.
All right, Dan. It certainly is. 1:25 to go. 78-67, Nebraska. And there's Dominic grimacing. Anyone who's ever played a sport knows what a cramp in the calf is all about. Look at it. It's right there. Oh, that's tough.
And Dominic, he's a courageous, fearless competitor back on the floor. Look at the numbers on Dominic. He's got 25. They need a quick score.
That's a quick score.
And a quick foul. Yeah, you got to take a foul now. You got to foul.
No.
McCullough
Too
with
much time.
Yeah, McCullough's got 18. Is that a nice game?
Got to foul. 1:03 to go, 78-69. Dan, wouldn't they have to foul someone?
Well, they're trying to right now. They're not calling. Got to go for the ball and take a foul. The official just letting them go.
52 seconds to go now.
It's a situation where you're trying to foul and the officials are not calling it.
Fresno State down by 9. Lou operating. Garner kicks it back out. Walled for 3. He's got it. That's big trouble.
Boy, nice play by Garner. I thought Garner had the shot inside and gave it up. Well, you have to give Nebraska a salute. I mean, this is a team that could have folded early. They were down 13, 34-21, and they came right back. A very tenacious, gutty win, I thought, by Nebraska in a tough place to play.
And truthfully, it really epitomizes the season for the Nebraska Cornhuskers. This is a team that had so many troubles, so many problems. They started strong. They had some internal strife. They even tried a mutiny on their coach. They lost 9 in a row, but somehow rallied down the stretch. They're playing their best ball right now.
Yeah, they really are, and they started out 15-4, and as you said, they were playing well. Then all of a sudden, Danny said, you know, we lost 9 games in a row. We lost 2 or 3 in overtime, and we just couldn't get out of the funk that we were in. But to their credit, they've rebounded. They're playing, well, maybe the best basketball of the year. You know, they won at Colorado State. They beat Washington State, a good team, and now they come back and win at Fresno State, which is very strong. Now, this is not to diminish the year Fresno State has had. This team has had an absolutely sensational season. This is a team that has overachieved. It's a team that really you did not think early that this was a club that could win 20 games, and I thought still they were the best team in the WAC at the end of the year, and they've had an absolutely marvelous season, and the coaching staff and the players should be commended.
Dan, all you have to do is look at this arena. Sold out. Sold out tonight, sold out the previous round, sold out the round before that, sold out 10 times this year. Jerry Tarkanian has created magic. He has brought basketball back to the Valley, and that's something these people will thank him for forever.
Yeah, and the fact of the matter is it's just starting. I mean, this is the
beginning.
Yeah, it's a beginning. It's a program that's going to get better and better.
Nice follow. Some of these players will be part of a nucleus next year of a bunch of parade All-American All-Stars. That's it. 83-71, your final. The first year for Jerry Tarkanian as head coach of Fresno State is over. Yes, it is a loss, but what an incredible ride. What an incredible ride. 83-71, your final. Disappointing way to end, Dan.
Well, it's disappointing, but, you know, you have to look at the bright side. I mean, what a magnificent, marvelous year it was, and there's Jerry right in the middle, and this is the classy guy that he is. He's talking to the Nebraska players, congratulating them, and he knows what an effort they put forth. They were behind. They could have really folded the tent, and they did. Here's Jerry, and he's over congratulating the Nebraska guys, which shows me a lot.
Not only congratulating, he's signing their shoe.
Yeah,
I mean, Jerry Tarkanian is such a basketball icon that after these guys beat his team, they're asking for his autograph.
Yeah, that really says something. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Maybe we can get to Mike Hill. Mike is trying to get right in the middle of all of that, and he's trying to get to Jerry. So let's go to Mike.
Mike, what do you have for us?
Coach, tough game. This is a disappointing loss.
We started off so well. You know, we got into foul trouble. We missed a lot of free throws, and they were a great ball club. They just played really well.
Were you surprised at how they were able to maintain their composure after you guys put on that great?
Yeah, they played great. They really did. We played really great for about 12 minutes, and then, you know, we just got into foul trouble and started missing free throws, and we lost we lost everything then.
All right, Clark, great season. Guys, disappointing loss, but hey, Tark's a class act. Fresno State basketball is back in the house. I'll give it back to you.
83-71, the final from Selland. We'll be back with more after this.
We look forward to next year.
We've begun to set records that Fresno can be proud of for a change. More than 100 new police officers on our streets are making a difference. Success is never final, but now we know it is possible to trim government, make it work better for us without raising taxes. With your help, I'll continue to hire more police officers, fight graffiti, add jobs, and streamline city government even further.
Jim Patterson for a safe, proud Fresno.
The human heart.
Light, please.
Sometimes it gives us courage.
6 Crowley, man. Thanks.
Sometimes the strength to endure. But sometimes it breaks. And when it does, One Valley Hospital has had more experience repairing it than any other.
Going to be a happy family. Very happy.
This is the empty branch jail at Carruthers. This jail can hold 400 dangerous juveniles. But today, it stands deserted and empty. Supervisor Doug Vagum stubbornly refuses to open this jail as a juvenile boot camp. This year, Doug Vagum voted no to our boot camp at this site. Vagum's vote keeps this 400-bed jail closed down. Now it's your turn to vote. Let's open the jail and close Vagum down. Your vote for Juan Arambula is a vote to open the jail.
You're well into the darkness of winter, so why go out now? Because the Toyota Spring Rush is on. If you rush into your dealer, you can see Toyota's classy flagship Avalon. And while everyone else is in hibernation, get a great value on a new Camry. I'm talking best car built in America. And when you drive one home, you can save big bucks. But hurry, they'll be gone before the snow melts. Brand new Toyotas, special Camry values to boot. Wow, what a rush.
Mike Hill, Weekend Sports. Coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. A quiet Sullivan Arena, disappointed Sullivan Arena. The fans, most of them have filed out already. 83-71, the final. The Bulldogs finishing on the other side. And it really has been an amazing ride for Jerry Tarkanian and the Bulldogs. And unfortunately, sometimes the dream has to come to an end, Dan.
Yeah, sometimes it does, but I don't think when you reflect on the year and you talk to the players in the locker room, they're going to be too upset over the fact that they've had such a bad finish, but a terrific season. I mean, they played a real fine team tonight in Nebraska, a team that rebounded, controlled the ball, limited their turnovers, and really got into the flow. This game completely changed when really Fresno State could not make their free throws. It took the momentum away from the Dogs. It gave it to, you saw Nebraska feed on it, all of a sudden they said, you know, we can win this game. And when you give a team that's behind by 13 points a feeling that they can win, all of a sudden their game elevates, and that's exactly what happened.
Not only did they feed off free throws, it allowed Eric Strickland to all of a sudden come to life, and it also allowed Mikey Moore to do some damage. Let's check out some final stats for this game. There you go. 29 of 56 field goals. The Bulldogs 27 of 65. The Huskers shot 52% from the field. The Bulldogs not quite as strong. 17 of 20 free throws. The Bulldogs 10 of 26. And as we've said, that, Dan, the big story.
Yeah, you could just look at that stat, forget the rest of them. And the bench play was effective because Danny Nee really couldn't find a combination early, and some guys came off the bench to play exceedingly well, I thought, for Nebraska. But if you go 10 of 26, and don't forget, a lot of those were front ends of 1-on-1s, you really got some problems. I thought if the Dogs made their free throws early in this game, they could have built a 15 to 20 point lead. This thing might have been over at halftime, but that wasn't the case.
And you look at the bench, too. I mean, the Dogs and the Huskers, when you compare them, so deep with this Husker team.
Well, they've had good production off the bench, and it's not unusual for guys to come in for this team. Luke got in foul trouble early, and Wald, he's a guy that came right in and did a nice job. Strickland came up big the second half, Warren. He did not do much in the first half. I thought Mikey Moore solid all-around game. Look how many guys were in double
figures. You saw some pro potential in that guy.
I thought so. And look at Hamilton. Here's a guy that played real well.
Benson Hamilton.
Badgett off the bench. A lot of bench players were right in double numbers.
Now, Dominic, on the other side, did score 25, a deceptive 25. It's a 25 he would have given up for a victory. You know that.
Well, what happened with Dominic Young, don't forget he was 3 out of his first 3. He had 9 points early. And I think Dominic's at his best when he's not called upon to handle the ball and score. I mean, if Dominic allows the game to flow to him, he's certainly in much better shape. But they needed him to try to score, and he went into a bit of a shooting slump and couldn't get some threes down.
All right, 83-71. Once again, the final. We'll be back with more from Sullivan after this. Winning way to end the season. It is the end, but really the beginning of something special.